Hello everyone, welcome to the Great American Stash Bash end of month, which we do cards for, and the month of May was to be birthday cards. So I have 3 cards for you today, and one of them is a fun fold. It was actually something I was thinking of doing for Pinspiration Collab, which you would have seen on Saturday, but I didn't do it for that. And it is called Gatefold Fancy Card. This is it. I used the Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper, which is retiring, as well as the elements that were available. They're not called elements. I forget what they're called, but they come in a pack. They have black labels and die cuts and vellum and all kind of stuff. So I just used one vellum poppy, and I will put a link to the person I found this on through Pinterest, but I'll just put a link directly to her website because there's a video on there, and that you can watch it on YouTube or there. And this is Whisper White crinkled seam binding, which I think is either on back order or not orderable. And then these are the Peaceful Poppy sequins from the mini catalog. I think they're retiring also, but don't hold me to that. I have to check that. Anyway, here's how it opens. Like this. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? And it's not really hard to make. You do need a piece of 12 by 12 paper cut. It's 12 inches by 5.5. And then you need 4 strips of 1.5, I think it is. Alright, see, I'll have to have, the measurements are on her thing, but anyway, I'll just tell you. I think it's 1 3/4 actually. Yeah, 1 3/4 by 5 1/4 for 4 strips. And I just reversed them. The other side of this is this paper here. This is one of the elements. This is one of the elements, which I just snipped part of the ends off of. And the happy birthday comes out of the Peaceful Moments stamp set, which is part of the whole Poppy suite in the mini catalog. Now these are carrying over, but the Designer Series paper is not, and I'm not sure about the sequence. So the Designer Series paper and these elements, if you will, are not carrying over. So I wanted to use some of them up a little bit. Yeah, so it goes like that, and then you just sort of slide it in together. That, to me, is so cool. I think that's the neatest thing I ever made. Anyway, yeah, so now when she did it, she actually had a piece of Whisper White and stamped all over the front, but I chose to take that one piece of Designer Series paper because it's so gorgeous, and you know, just cut that. It fit perfectly. So yeah, that's what I did. I used designer paper instead of stamping a lot. And then the only thing I really stamped on this is the happy birthday, which I stamped in Blackberry Bliss, even though I think some of this is Rich Razzleberry, but it has Blackberry Bliss in it too. So really cool, fancy gatefold card. Love it. So the next one also uses some of the DSP in the background, but it's more of the Poppy Parade color. Here's another one of those elements. An element, but this time I also brought in the retiring birthday backgrounds, and I used Memento Tuxedo Black on the bottom, Crushed Curry for the little candles here, and Poppy Parade for this little design here. And then that's on Whisper White, and then I put it onto a card base of, no, not a mat of basic black. I forget the measurements, guys. And then the Timeless Label Punch, what I did here is I stamped happy birthday out of the, actually that is out of the Magnolia Blooms, which is also retiring. This little one here. Now the Good Morning Magnolia is carrying forward, but this little Magnolia Blooms that was in the beginner brochure, that one is retiring, and I really like that font on that one, so I'm sad about that, and that's photopolymer. But anyway, I stamped that in Poppy Parade, and then I cut 2 more of these out of just basic black cardstock and layered them across the back. Now there was a reason I did that, because I got kind of a blob of Poppy Parade under here, but you can't see it now because originally this was not going to go here, it was going to go more in the center, but it's off center now. I may put a little bow over here. Well, yeah, I might put a little bow over here in Poppy Parade. So that is that one, and then the designer paper here. So, and then inside I just stuck with the designer paper, the basic black, scrap of Whisper White I had, and one more of the Elements, which is Poppies. So kind of a cross between the Poppies and celebrating birthday. It's a little different, but I like it. And then the last one I really like. This is on thick Whisper White, a basic black matte. Okay, the Poppy Parade, it is 2.5 by 5, and then this strip here is 2 3/4 by 5 and this way by 5 1/4 that way. Then I did use another one of those Elements, and I just put it going down here because I had too much white space over here. These are out of the painted label dies that go with the painted poppy set, and I already had 2 of them cut out in Poppy Parade, so I wanted to use that, but it was too much red without, because there's more purple in this. So I put my last one of those black element circles, which I loved, there. And then the Elements have these vellum leaves, which I flipped over because you can see they have white on them. I flipped them over and colored them in light Mossy Meadow with my alcohol markers, my Stampin' blends. So that way the white on the front really still shows. And I didn't want them to be real dark green because there's not any green really in this paper. But it just needed a little something. And then these are, and I popped up the Happy Birthday, which is stamped in Blackberry Bliss again. I popped that up on dimensionals, but the bottom 2 are glued down. And then these are from the Ornate Garden Suite, I believe. And I think they're on back order right now, but I'm not positive. You have to check. Anyway, they're called Gilded Gems. I really like those a lot. And I just used 3 in one of each size in there. And then inside, similar, I used basic black, Whisper White, and a scrap 1/2-inch wide strip of this ink paper. So those are my 3 birthday cards that I made for the Great American Stash Bash. I hope you enjoyed them. I really had fun making this one. I didn't get it perfect, but it's pretty close. So, and I just think it's gorgeous. It's a little, this one here I think I got on just a touch crooked. The lady used tear and tape, oops, and I used it too on this piece. But I think I got it crooked, and when you use tear and tape, you cannot, you have no moment of wiggle room. So on the next 2 pieces, I used my Tombow because you have a minute to straighten it out if you need to. Yeah, see, this one is just slightly down on this corner from where it should be, and that's why it was so hard to open. So I hope you like that. I sure do. And yeah, please go, I guess, use the hashtag. It's not a formal collab, so it's people can participate when they want to, if they want to, and just use the hashtag Great American Stash Bash. Might even be Great American Stash Bash 2020. It'll be down in the description or right above my title of my video. And if you just search on that, you'll find anyone else who participated. But we have all day, the last day of the month, to get these up. I'm going to try and get mine up mid-morning for you, so hopefully you'll enjoy. All right, everyone, thank you. Oh, and by the way, this is hosted by Heather's Handmade Haven. Hi, Heather. I apologize for not saying that earlier. And yeah, go check out her channel and anyone else that might have participated. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like if you liked any of these cards. And I'm going to try and get these out on my blog. By the time this airs, they should be scheduled also. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Hugs, love, and peace.